Hi everyone, and welcome to Words with DatOneLady. Hey guys, welcome to another episode. It is the 29th of December 2024, and the year is slowly and surely coming to an end. I don't know how all of you feel about it, but I am very ready for the year to be done. Now, I'm not ready for the year to be done because, I have maybe some great agenda for the year 2025. However, 2024 has been very full and busy and sort of kind of a lot that I am ready for the new year, in the sense that I'm ready for a new take on life. I'm ready for a new prospect. I'm ready to start afresh in making sure that my life goals are kind of achieved, all that good stuff everybody says. And somebody might ask me like, oh, why are you trying to fast forward the year? In 2024, like everybody has been doing, people have been doing rap, this, that. But for me, 2024 was a very busy year. The year started with me wanting to be done with my PhD in April. And if you listen to past episodes, you will know that did not happen till like August, which part of life, the way life goes, and who am I or who are we to question how that happened. August came along and that was done. September to December came along and I took another step with finishing up something I've always started, which is getting my license as a physical therapist here. And I'm closer to the end and I'm excited. When I think about a last episode for the podcast, I thought about doing a 24 things that I grasped in the year 2024. And a lot of people have been doing this too. However, it sounded very mundane and I was like, you know what, there's no point to do that. In the year 2024, my biggest takeaway is that you plan and things happen the way they happen, and that it's okay to let yourself be open to what the year has in store for you. We say that a lot, but we don't actually know what the true meaning of what the year has in store for you. We're very caught up on trying to plan, trying to be very regimented about what we want and how we want it, that we forget that there's something called life that happens. As you can see now, this year I thought I was going to do more with the podcast, but I did not, which was kind of sad. But I think what I undermined, or something that I failed to realize, was that I had so much going on for me as part of life that I didn't realize how much space it was going to take, in everything that had to do with me. Now, going forward, I think I will take the sentence, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, in a different light. In a sense that I would be more open with the things I have for myself going to the new year. I would put down things I want to do, goals, plans, and all that fun stuff. But I'll be careful not to hold myself by it too much. And when I say hold myself by it too much is, I'll be careful not to feel sad if the things that I'm hoping for don't happen the way I outline them. If you get my point. That being said, I want to go into 2025 this way, with more video episodes of the podcast. I want to go into the year more action-driven than purpose-driven. I say that and I know it sounds so wrong in my head, and I'll explain. I think I have gone over the years with this mindset. I plan. However, I don't think I work hard enough to push the plans that I have laid out forward. I wanted to do more with the podcast, but I failed to record, and even when I wanted to record, did not feel like it, never got to it. There were times where I recorded, and when I say I recorded, is I take my microphone around with me and I record on my phone whenever, and I piece them together at some point. However, I want to be more intentional about doing better. I thought about doing like weekly episodes. However, that's not sustainable, so I need to be very careful about that also. Last year, when it comes to like personal life, I had a lot of like, I don't want to call it a vision board, but I put things down on paper, picturized, that I was hoping for myself for the year. I must say that those things panned out so well. Like literally panned out so good. Things worked out. I got most of what I wanted. Still experienced some downsides here and there in life, but I'm grateful for that realization. I said this in 2023, going 2024, that I think putting down things visually helps me, and I'll continue to do that. When it comes to like things that I want to do, there's so many things I want to do business wise that I would begin to take steps into instead of just saying it or writing it down. And that's what I meant by I'll be more action focused than purpose driven. Maybe the word is not purpose, but you get my point. For this year, I learned a few things, and I'm going to try to mention them along the line. And this is a very haphazard video, so guys, forgive me. First of all, I'll go into the podcast. Like you already know, 28th of December makes it 5 years since I started this podcast. I started the podcast 28th of December 2020, and it is now 2024. So it's complete. It's been complete 4 years, and we're going into the 5th season of the podcast. As the year was wrapping up, I was thinking to myself that, I want to go into doing more video episodes of the podcast. And I started thinking, I want to buy a camera. I want to get a set. I want to do this. I want to do that. And I realized, slow down, sis. Do not do things that you'll not be able to sustain. So that being said, I decided to pick up my camera and record. I also thought about, maybe getting a studio somewhere where they do all these things and I just go there and record and edit and da. And I thought about it again. I was like, sustainability is very, very key for me. So how sustainable is this? I will try in the new year to do more video episodes. Now, that brings us to the conversation of what would you talk about, Rose? You've talked about a bunch of things over the years. You've talked about life, loving, this, that. And I've watched a few of our video episodes and they've been pretty good. And then I asked myself, so what would you like to do going forward? And that's where the big question lies. Also, what am I excited for the new year? I think a few things that I'm excited for is experiencing a year where I am not in school. I'm excited about the prospect of having a life outside of academics. I'm excited about having a more regimented lifestyle and not a lifestyle where I am constantly worried about what the next thing is. I'm excited about beginning to do things that I want to do, no more restricted by school, academics, and a few other things. I'm also excited about a lot of relational things that are happening to me. Also, I'm excited for graduation. Yay. I'm also excited to grow the podcast. I'm excited to start a business come the new year. It's something I've always wanted to do. Maybe start an event company or a gifting company or something. I've always just wanted to do that because I like organizing stuff. So that would be like a great venture to put my energy into alongside working. I'm also excited to, experience the life of being a physical therapist after a very long time, which, oh gosh, I can't wait to tell you guys all about it. But for now, I'm excited about those prospects. Are there any regrets for 2024? I would say one of the things that I wish I did more this year was pray more than I did. If you have listened to the episode, you know what happened, and I think that took a hit on my prayer life. Not that my prayer life changed. I was hoping that this year I would transcend to a different, aspect of my prayer life, but that did not happen. Basically, I don't think I did any growth per se when it came to my spiritual life, and that's because I think I mentioned this in the last episode. It's because I was questioning a lot, and again, someone might look at me and be like, that's a growth process. You question a lot of things, you will understand a lot of things better. But I think I just had a place where I wanted to be spiritually and I just did not get there. I guess that's why I feel the way I do. Another thing that I think I regret this year is not being as consistent with the podcast as I would have loved to be. However, I would also not forget that there was a lot going on this year and the reason why I did not do that. However, it's not an excuse. I have not mentioned this yet, but this year I did so badly when it came to reading. That's another regret. I wish I did better with reading. My goal for this year with reading was to do 60 books. I only did 20. On Goodreads, you have a challenge every year. And I wrote 60 books. 2 days ago, 3 days ago, I went back to the app and I realized I've only read 20 books. And I just modified my goals. I made it 20 and I just left it at that. And I told myself that I did not fail my goals, but rather my goal for reading is where I was able to get to this year. Shikina, nothing more. Well, that's all for the regrets. Life update per se. Got engaged this year. I it's quite interesting that I had not really talked about my relationship life in a while. Got engaged this year. Very excited to do life with the amazing person that I'm with. You know, when I think about my emotional life, this year I kind of was able to confront a few things. And if you remember, I don't know if it was earlier this year, I put that episode out about trust and trusting. It took a while to be able to trust people, and this is not any other thing than just in general. And this year I was able to confront that properly. It's still a work in progress, but I would say that God does a lot of work in, you know, helping one to work on those things that you worry about a lot. Is there anything that I'm excited about for the new year? I'm excited about everything that the new year has in store, whatever it is, and I'm hopeful that it's going to be a beautiful year. I don't have any goals set yet. I have not taken my time to sit down and write. And if you remember earlier, I was saying that I would be more action focused than purpose focused, because I still would follow my dreams, be purpose driven. I'll be purpose driven, not purpose focused. I would let my purpose drive me to take actions to what I want to do. I would not just focus on my purpose alone. I will not just focus on things I want to do, but I will actually go after it by doing something about it every day. Like taking one step, one action, one thing, and all of that. I am hoping to God that I'm able to continue in this manner. You know, record my episodes, talk about things I want to talk about via video, and not feel conscious about it. Because that's something that gets into my head about things. I'm like, oh, I'm not doing this anymore. So cheers to the end of 2024. Cheers to a new year ahead. I am still, as with regards to the podcast, I had just posted the PhD episode where I talk about the process of writing my thesis, and the piece about my defense is coming out soon. I haven't recorded that, but I'm going to record it after this episode. Yeah, that's basically it, guys. It's been a journey. 4 years of the podcast, year 5 ahead. 5 years done with the PhD thesis, on to the next. So many life changes. Like I said earlier, got engaged, and look, by the way, just ignore my nails, it's so terrible. But yeah, prospects of being a PT, and working back as a healthcare professional, so exciting. I'm excited. I'm excited for how this is going to pan out. Yeah. And if you're not following us on Instagram, what are you looking for? What are you waiting for? It's DatOneLady. It's now on Instagram, words with DatOneLady. Follow the podcast on there. Yeah, also, I started a 2025. I hope to, you know, continue with the book club. I've always wanted to start a book club. I've always thought too much about the book club, and people have asked, oh, are we going to be meeting in person, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, for now, I'm going to work on reading like I normally do, you know, doing reviews, suggesting books for people to read. And please, if you follow the book club, just know that I'm not reading anything too serious. I read to get away from my serious life. My life is always very serious, which is a lot of reading of serious things, and I am not going to get my leisure reading into reading serious things as well. That being said, that means I don't read any books that are motivational. I don't read books that are self-help or any spiritual books, except I really need to read them or I have a plan to. I don't just get up and actually just pick a spiritual book or all these kind of books to read. So that being said, go follow Read and Banter Book Club, R&B Book Club on Instagram. Read and Banter is a space where we'll just read and talk about books, no matter the genre. Also, I am open to suggestions to reading serious books, but I would mostly read books that are lighthearted, romance, and a lot thrillers, blah blah blah. I'm always in search for good books. I don't have a goal for 2025 years when it comes to my reading, but I'm leaning more to 25 books in 2025. Fingers crossed. Let me not say that. Fingers crossed. In the last 2 years, I've done so bad with my reading. So I'm going to just, take a step back a little bit and do better with that. So, yeah. Also, not important story. It's also 1 year anniversary to my dreadlocks. I locked my hair because I just could not deal with making hair. So yeah, that's not important, but I just added that there. Thank you guys for a wonderful 2024. And I hope to God our 2025 is better. I would also go ahead and drop another vision board, mood board for the year 2025 for sure. And that just helps me set the tone of the year. And I don't know, share with me what you guys do to start the new year. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening. And until next time, keep living, keep loving, and ensuring that you're living your truth. Have a good one, and happy new year, guys.